Well, you guys do complement each other.
Yeah.
And I hear you that it takes time, but like, what do you think it is about each of your games that works well? Like, mostly in the pick and roll. We'll talk pick and roll.
I think honestly, one, like Caitlin, the attention she gets, right?
Yeah.
Like teams are like up. Like if they're under and dropped, that shot's going up. Because I'm going to set a good screen, that shot's going up and she's getting it. And then it's like, okay, well, now I'm going to step up. And she's just a phenomenal passer. Like her angles, like she knows exactly where to get it.
What if I told you the so-called drama between Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark isn't what you think? From viral rumors about locker room beef to one of the most unlikely friendships in women's basketball, the truth behind their relationship is a lot more shocking and a lot more real than the internet ever guessed.
What do you think, looking back on that season, so last season, was one of the biggest misconceptions of the Indiana Fever? Like, maybe it was like locker room stuff. I feel like early on,
Oh my gosh, there was so much locker room talk. Oh my gosh, her body language, she was not happy. She hates this entire squad.
When Caitlin Clark first stepped into the Indiana Fever locker room, nobody was more curious or more honest than Aliyah Boston. The two had already faced off in one of the most unforgettable Final Four battles in recent memory. Clark put up 40 points in that game, and Boston never forgot it. So when they suddenly became teammates, Aliyah didn't hold back. She admitted she had to get it off her chest.
That year, I was like, I forgot, we were like doing something. We had something. I was like, Caitlin, I just want to say, I'm like really upset that you like did what you did in that Final Four game. I was like, I feel like I just need to get it off my chest because like we are teammates, but I'm like, you didn't have to do all that. Like you did not have to go for 40 on our dome. Like, girl, we could have just had fun. But after that, it was like cool because obviously now we're on the same team, so you don't worry about that. But I always thought it was funny because I'm like, we just went from competing against each other, you beating us, and now we're on the same team. It's like, I was like, girl, it's okay, I get it. I'm not mad at you for real, but I am. Because like, why would you do that?
She told Caitlin straight up, you didn't have to drop 40 on us like that. It wasn't angry, but it wasn't sugar-coated either. It was real, and that's what made it so surprising. Instead of tension, the moment turned into laughter. What could have been awkward transformed into mutual respect. Two competitors who once wanted to tear each other apart now had to figure out how to win together. But that was just the beginning. As soon as they hit the court, fans noticed something different. Aliyah and Caitlin weren't just playing side by side. They were moving like they had known each other for years.
The way she sees the floor, I think, is great. And then for me, it's always like, I'm always going to get in her pocket because I know that she's looking to pass that ball and she wants to get us in the best position. And so for me, it's like, okay, well, I'm looking at your eyes. So once I see your eyes, I'm there. You don't have to say anything. I'm going.
Aliyah explained it herself. She literally watches Caitlin's eyes during plays. She doesn't need a signal or a shout. One glance is enough to know when the pass is coming. That kind of chemistry doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen with everyone. Caitlin's passing vision, Aliyah's timing in the paint, their instinctive trust, it all clicked faster than anyone expected. What started as a rivalry had suddenly turned into one of the most dangerous partnerships in the league. But when you're playing under the brightest spotlight in basketball, that bond gets tested in ways most fans never see. The moment Caitlin Clark joined the Fever, everything changed. Ticket sales, media attention, fan debates. Suddenly the Fever weren't just another team, they were the team everyone was watching. For Aliyah, that spotlight was overwhelming at first.
The quote-unquote Caitlin Clark effect is definitely real. I think we all feel it in our unique ways.
No, 100%.
Yeah, how did you experience it? Like, I know early on you talked about logging off social media. Like, what did you just learn in that period of time? And by the way, the social media aspect is not Caitlin's fault.
No.
So it's like, but what did you learn just like in that period of time?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Caitlin. They love watching Caitlin.
Yeah.
And so I think that just brings so much eyes. And I think for our league, that's great. Like, that is great for us. You have so many people coming in, they're watching. Like I always say, like, they might come in for Caitlin and they leave and they're like, dang, this girl's a hooper too.
Yeah.
Oh, I like her. Like,
you're seeing it
hear
in
so many people say it. You hear, like, everyone says it. And I think you just kind of embrace that.
Every expression she made on the court was dissected online. Every missed connection with Caitlin became a conspiracy. Trolls claimed she was unhappy, jealous, even refusing to get along. It reached a breaking point. Aliyah, someone who already puts enormous pressure on herself, finally said enough. She logged off social media completely. But here's the part people missed. Not once did she blame Caitlin. In fact, she praised her for bringing more eyes to the league. Aliyah embraced the spotlight for what it was, a chance for new fans to see not just Clark, but the whole team. Still, rumors don't die easily. The internet loves a good story, and for months the story was simple. Boston and Clark hated each other. Fans slowed down clips, analyzed side eyes, and pretended they knew what was happening behind closed doors. Aliyah laughed about it later. One time, she woke up from a nap before a game and saw people online claiming the Fever locker room was in chaos. She walked in, looked at Caitlin, and said, "Girl, you good?" That was the extent of their so-called feud. The truth? There was no beef, no drama. Just teammates figuring each other out in real time. But here's what makes their bond stronger. Instead of letting the outside noise tear them apart, they used it as fuel. And that's when their relationship started to evolve into something even more powerful. Behind the jokes about dropping 40 and the endless rumors, there's something deeper between these two players: respect. Aliyah has never hidden her admiration for Caitlin's passing, her vision, and her work ethic. And Caitlin has been just as vocal about Boston's dominance inside, her leadership, and her ability to steady the team when things get rough. It's not always easy being the face of a franchise, or sharing the spotlight with someone who draws constant attention. But instead of competing for headlines, Aliyah and Caitlin figured out how to share the stage. They realized that the only way forward was together. And once that clicked, the Fever became a completely different team. But the real test was still to come. The 2025 season was supposed to be a dream year. New players, high expectations, endless hype. But dreams rarely go exactly as planned. Injuries piled up, and the biggest blow came when Caitlin went down. Losing Clark didn't just remove a star scorer, it changed the entire rhythm of the offense. Suddenly, Aliyah had to adjust to a different pace, a different flow, and a new set of responsibilities. She admitted the difference was huge. With Caitlin on the floor, she's always ready to sprint because the ball could come at any second. Without her, the game slows, possessions grind, and execution becomes the focus. But here's the thing. Aliyah never used that as an excuse. She stepped up, adapted, and kept the Fever steady. That's what transformed her from a rising star into the anchor of the team. Even with Caitlin sidelined, the relationship between her and Aliyah only grew stronger. Aliyah talked openly about how tough it was to see her teammate injured. But she also made it clear, Caitlin would be back, and when she returned, the Fever would be even more dangerous. That kind of loyalty doesn't come from highlight reels. It comes from trust, from going through fire together, from ignoring the noise and believing in each other no matter what the outside world says. And that's exactly why this duo has already become one of the most fascinating stories in basketball. From rivals in college to teammates under the brightest spotlight in the league, Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark have gone through rumors, pressure, and adversity, and come out stronger. The so-called drama, it was never real. What's real is the respect, the trust, and the chemistry that continues to grow every game. So the next time you hear whispers about beef or see fans over-analyzing body language, remember this: Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark aren't divided. They're united. And if the league thought they were scary before, just wait until they're both back on the court, locked in, and ready to prove everyone wrong. Because this story isn't ending anytime soon. It's only just beginning.